Why would a pilot committed to a suicide mission wear a helmet? This question, seemingly simple, opens a window into the complex and tragic world of the kamikaze, the Japanese suicide pilots of World War II. The kamikaze pilots were young men, often in their late teens or early 20s, who were indoctrinated with a fierce sense of duty and honor. They believed that their ultimate sacrifice would bring glory to their families and their nation. Their helmets, often found amongst the wreckage, serve as chilling reminders of the human cost of war and the desperate measures taken in its final throes. These helmets, dented and scarred, tell a story of young lives cut short. They are not just pieces of metal, they are artifacts that whisper tales of sacrifice, indoctrination, and the blurred lines between courage and despair. To understand the kamikaze helmet is to grapple with the motivations and circumstances that drove these young men to their deaths. The image is haunting, a stark reminder of the pilot who once wore it, a young man who chose to fly a one-way mission. The helmet cannot speak, but it bears silent witness to the horrors of war and the sacrifices made in its name. It is a symbol of the kamikaze, a chilling reminder of the lengths to which nations will go in their pursuit of victory. The face of the young pilot in the photograph is etched with a strange mixture of apprehension and resolve. He's about to embark on a mission from which he knows he will not return. Yet there is a sense of duty, of acceptance in his eyes. He is a product of his time, a young man caught in the grip of a powerful ideology that demanded ultimate sacrifice. The helmet, in this context, becomes more than just a piece of protective gear. It is a symbol of his commitment, his acceptance of his fate. The kamikaze helmet, with its dents and scars, stands as a testament to the bravery and tragedy of these young pilots. It is a silent witness to their final moments, a piece of history that speaks volumes about the human cost of war. As we look at these helmets, we are reminded of the devastating impact of war on individuals and families. Each helmet represents a life lost, a family left to mourn, and a nation grappling with the consequences of its actions. The kamikaze helmet is more than just a relic of the past. It is a powerful symbol of the human spirit, the complexities of war, and the sacrifices made in the name of duty and honor. It is a reminder that behind every artifact there is a story, a life, and a legacy that continues to resonate through history. As we reflect on these helmets, let us remember the young men who wore them, their hopes, their fears, and their ultimate sacrifice. Let us honor their memory by striving for a world where such sacrifices are no longer necessary. The kamikaze helmet, in its silence, speaks volumes. It is a poignant reminder of the past and a call to action for the future. In the end, the helmet is more than just a piece of protective gear. It is a symbol of a young man's commitment, his acceptance of his fate, and the enduring impact of his sacrifice on the world. The term kamikaze itself evokes a sense of fatalism and divine intervention, a concept deeply rooted in Japanese history and culture. Meaning divine wind, it harks back to a historical event in 1281 when a typhoon, believed to be divinely sent, destroyed a Mongol invasion fleet off the coast of Japan. This miraculous event was seen as a sign from the gods, a divine intervention that saved Japan from certain conquest. This event became deeply ingrained in the Japanese psyche, representing a belief in divine protection and a willingness to fight to the death for their homeland. The story of the divine wind was passed down through generations, becoming a cornerstone of Japanese cultural identity. In the painting, the Mongol ships are tossed about like toys in a bathtub, the fury of the storm a visible manifestation of divine wrath. The storm's power is depicted with such intensity that it almost leaps off the canvas, a testament to the belief in the gods' direct intervention in human affairs. The Japanese, on the other hand, are depicted as being protected by the storm, their ships riding the waves with an almost supernatural grace. This imagery reinforced the notion that the Japanese people were under the special protection of the gods, destined to prevail against all odds. This image, deeply embedded in the Japanese consciousness, helped to fuel a sense of national identity and destiny, a belief that Japan was a chosen nation protected by the gods. This belief in divine favor became a powerful motivator, inspiring acts of bravery and sacrifice throughout Japanese history. Centuries later, as Japan faced imminent defeat in World War II, the term kamikaze was resurrected. The concept of the divine wind was repurposed to inspire a new generation of warriors, this time in the form of suicide pilots. It became synonymous with the suicide attacks carried out by young pilots against Allied ships. These missions were seen as a last-ditch effort to turn the tide of the war, a desperate measure born out of a sense of duty and honor. These pilots, imbued with a sense of duty and national pride, were seen as modern-day incarnations of the divine wind, willing to sacrifice themselves to protect their homeland from foreign invaders. Their willingness to die for their country was both a reflection of their personal bravery and a testament to the enduring power of the Kamikaze legend. The legend of the Kamikaze, once a tale of divine intervention, had been transformed into a tool of war, a way to motivate young men to make the ultimate sacrifice. The story of the divine wind was used to instill a sense of purpose and resolve in the hearts of these young pilots. The propaganda poster is stark and powerful. It captures the intensity and desperation of the times, serving as a visual reminder of the high stakes and the ultimate price of war. It depicts a kamikaze plane, wreathed in flames, diving towards an American warship. The image is both a symbol of defiance and a harbinger of destruction, encapsulating the dual nature of the kamikaze legend. The image is both terrifying and exhilarating, a testament to the power of propaganda to manipulate emotions and distort reality. It shows how the concept of the divine wind was co-opted to serve the needs of a nation at war, transforming a symbol of hope into a weapon of fear. The divine wind, once a symbol of hope and protection, has been twisted into a harbinger of death and destruction. The legacy of the kamikaze is a complex one, reflecting both the nobility of sacrifice and the tragedy of war. Practicalities of war more than symbolism. Instruments of destruction, a suicide mission's arsenal. The terror in the skies was palpable, a constant reminder of the ever-present danger. The effectiveness of kamikaze missions was not just about the physical damage inflicted, but also the psychological warfare it waged on the enemy, creating an atmosphere of relentless fear. Imagine, if you will, the sheer dread of facing an opponent willing to sacrifice their life to ensure your destruction. This was a new kind of warfare, one that tested the limits of human endurance and resolve. It was a tactic designed to instill fear and uncertainty, shaking the morale of even the most seasoned soldiers. The unpredictability of these attacks made every moment a potential lust. The psychological impact of these missions was profound, leaving an indelible mark on the collective psyche of those who witnessed it. The memories of such encounters haunted many long after the war had ended. Beyond the cockpit, the human faces of kamikaze. Rituals and resignation, preparing for the inevitable. The propaganda machine fueling a nation's fanaticism. Legacies of loss, reflections on war and sacrifice.